"Oh, Madonna, look at it outside, a friggin' blizzard," my father says, pushing open the front door. "Jesus, Freddie, it's really coming down," my mother says. I watch them from the hallway's end. The wind makes her blue velour robe sway across her ankles. He closes the door and wipes off the snowflakes that swirled in and landed on her shoulders and hairdo. Jim, her beautician, did a beehive last Saturday, and it had to last all week. "I need to get to the A&P before it gets any worse," she says. "I gotta pick up some things. Today's a good soup day. I'll make a nice pot of vegetable beef soup." When will it be a good milkshake and pizza day? That's what I'd like to know. We all walk back into the kitchen and my mother pours his coffee. I sit down and eat my quisp and try to figure out answers to riddles on the side of the box. My father adds milk to his cup, stirring hard and fast. The spoon clinks on the inside. Some mornings I hear his clinking spoon from my bedroom. That's how I get up for school and know he's leaving for work soon. My father gets to the gas station early to do his bookwork and get ready for his customers. "What are you, nuts?" he blurts. I smell his cigarette breath. "You can't drive in this weather." He unzips his jacket and blows his nose into the red bandana he keeps in the back pocket. "I'm closing the shop today. Nobody's coming out anyway. Give me a list. I'll go. And you," he says and points to me, "you go get dressed. You're coming with me." Everything stops. Everything stands still, frozen, silent. My father and I never go anywhere alone together, just us two. It's always just my mom and me. Frickin' frack, she calls us. Now what? I've got nothing to say to him if nobody else is around. The radio announcers and television guys are going on and on about this blizzard of 78. That's what they're calling it, and it could be the worst one to hit in decades. I shiver, but it's got nothing to do with the snow. It comes from the place in me where worry grows, where it lives. I imagine us alone in the car. I imagine silence, his cigarettes, and the sound of my cracking gum. I'm 11, and this is the first time ever that I see my father in a grocery store. I heard stories from my mother about when I was a baby. He had sometimes picked up formula or diaper pins on his way home from work, but I never believed her. I just thought they were dumb stories that made him out to be somebody he's not, some grocery shopping daddy who wore faded blue jeans, listened to rock and roll, and read Dr. Seuss books at bedtime. The father I know wears a work uniform every day and then shines his fancy dress shoes at night. He listens to Sinatra and Jerry Vale and reads only the Asbury Park Press, and that does not happen at bedtime. It happens at dinner. And now here we are, buying soup stuff together, roaming the aisles of the A&P during the blizzard of 78. I'm wheeling the cart and he's shuffling around looking like he's lost in China or Africa or some other faraway place. But something happens and that weird look fades. His face brightens. Is he happy? The snow's coming down harder and faster, but somehow it's not mattering to him or to me. We pick through all of the greens and find the freshest they have left. We search the cold meat shelves for exactly the kind of bones my mother wants for her soup, because she says the bones are what give it the flavor. And we buy lots of stuff she didn't even put on the list. Root beer, black licorice, lupini beans, butterscotch pudding, hard salami, all the stuff he likes. It's funny how things go. I mean, how they turn out sometimes. Root beer, black licorice, lupini beans, butterscotch pudding, and hard salami. That's all the stuff I like, too.